talking about, I promise I'm feeling the way. I took the bodies up out of...
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see this team's superstar wide receiver, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. The action is only moments away on Sunday night primetime.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. New Year's wishes to all of you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Happy New Year, partner. A couple of weeks left now in the regular season. And you get to this point, we're talking New Year, but for the guys, it's been a long season to this point.
This is such an interesting time for the players because part of the league, Mike, they're coming down the home stretch and their season's going to be over. They're not in playoff contention. They're starting to plan off-season vacations and get away from the game a little bit. But then the rest of the league, they're coming down the home stretch here thinking that...
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This is going to be taken in at the 3. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
He's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown performance in last week's win, Mike, but outside of that one errant throw, he did a really nice job of protecting the ball and was seemingly in control the entire game. This defense all week, they talked about trying to bait him into making some mistakes, so he's got to be careful about falling into the trap. If he does that, I tell you what, I really like their chances.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
When you go out and invest in a young guy like this to be part of your backfield's future, you got to find ways to get him involved early, and I think here's a case of doing just that.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Tight end on the move left. He'll drop to throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Adonai Mitchell, the intended target. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. And now here comes the punt team. A fair catch will be taken here with that flag down by the punter. And this might keep the drive alive.
Automatic 1st down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The motion man here is Mitchell. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Back to throw. Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Look it up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only to get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have the shot to leave here with another win.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. He'll look to throw. Pass completed to Douglas. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup and a 1st down.
Now a give on the ground. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. A throw right side is intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. And the defense comes up with the first points of this one. It is a pick 6 to make it a 6-0 lead.
And, Mike, we talked all week which offense was going to be able to strike first and play with the lead. Well, the defense, they had other plans. They're able to put the first points on the board by capitalizing with that pick 6.
The extra point, up and good. And his guys will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They are obviously still smarting from that pick 6 a moment ago. Quick 7-0 hold. Try to start digging out now with 1st and 10. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Slot man in motion right. They'll stick with him again. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
I can tell you firsthand as an offensive guy, we never loved playing in the rain. I always felt like the defense had the advantage. They know it wasn't going to be much of a passing attack. Hard to handle the ball, a lot of turnover.
A hit, and he has lost the football. It is picked up by the defense. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are, and I think that's exactly... on him quicker than he might have thought. Knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in second and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down.
Brings up third down.
They'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot. Your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. Here's a 3rd and 10. Now, faking the give. He'll try to run for it. Now, a timeout for injury. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. This is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play. The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense back onto the field. Look at the... And things are getting a little tight with 2 weeks left in the regular season. Already, we can look ahead in both conferences to some critical divisional matchups ahead in Week 18. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. 10-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That'll be intercepted. And the visitors will take over here just past the 30.
I've been around certain quarterbacks, Mike, that loved throwing the ball in the rain, and other quarterbacks who were very uncomfortable. It looks like this one kind of got out of his hand, a little wonky, and that ball gets away from you just enough. It's going to end up falling into the wrong hands and go the other way.
The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier. I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The home team's offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. He's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, hasn't he? You get a look at where he ranks in terms of receptions by a wideout. The drive will start on the ground, and that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll throw out of the gun. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. The speed on display. He's in. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him. And that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Now, the extra point. He knocks it through. And the visitors are on the board. It's 10-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Second and 6.
He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line. Let's go.
Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Try to pick this one up on the ground.
Number 35, ball carrier. Taken down at the 43-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
On comes the punter now, as he's on here to punt this one away. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. This is intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment Uplifting for them. Big momentum builder.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6, and he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They'll go with a counter on first down and a short pickup past the 25. Here's a 2nd and 9. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll check this down to the running back. And he's going to have enough for a first down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
That one taken in by Douglas. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw again. Now he'll run. A pickup there of 28 yards.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That is caught. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage.
To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Greg, that looked easy. We often talk about how condensed the space is down here in the red zone, but he got wide open that time.
I think anytime you see a guy that wide open, Mike, it comes down to not everybody in the secondary doing their job. Maybe someone's trying to do a little bit too much, and it backfires. You have to understand, what is my role within the coverage? Just focus on that, because when you don't, it leads to coverage breakdowns, and they don't get a lot easier than that one.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the 29-yard line.
One final throw before the break. This one complete right side. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and a big tight end momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. Next, we head off to check out another game. And as you see, they were winners earlier this afternoon. 31-15 was your final. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and what equates to be a very tough opponent. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Coach, thank you. And the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. This team's offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. He'll look to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Now a timeout for injury. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. On 4th down, out comes the punter. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. So now this team's offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Now a give up the middle. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. 3rd down, 3 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll look to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Able to get loose after the catch for more yardage. That'll be a pickup of 21.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a 3rd down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on 3rd down? 3rd downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Handoff here, up the middle. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup. Makes it 3rd and 8.
Now they'll set up to throw. Going for it all. And he will score.
It's just backbreaking here. If you're the defense, you feel like you're in a really good spot. It's 3rd and pass. You understand what the offense likely has to do to convert the first down. They just don't do a great job of covering the receivers. And at the same point, let's give a lot of credit. Nice job by the quarterback working through his progression, getting to the right choice, and it pays off for a touchdown.
Point after, coming up here. His kick is good. And his guys go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. 1st down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That is brought in. And he's into the end zone. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
A try here for the extra point. It's up and good. And the visitors cut the lead to 3, 24-21. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. This offense and their wide receiver heading back onto the field. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. That's over the middle and intercepted.
And we've seen this throughout the entire game, Mike. These receivers are having a hard time uncovering against this secondary. You force a quarterback to throw into a lot of tightly contested windows, it's going to end up in the wrong hands.
This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And it'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Here's 3rd and 2. Open man, left side. He's got it. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He'll check this down to the running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
They'll try to get this one on the ground.
Big-time stop there, Mike, on 3rd down. Now it sets up a 4th down decision for this head coach. Do I want to be aggressive and extend this drive, or am I content just sending out my field goal unit and trying to make this all square? I think at this stage in the 2nd half, tie the game up. Hopefully my defense can get me the ball back and find a way to win here in the 2nd half.
He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the visitors will tie the game at 24. So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. Down the sideline, past the 45. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll take this down to the 28-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now, faking the give. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's over the middle, taken in by Laporta. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Here's 2nd and 2. Up the middle they go. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5.
A 5-yard gain on the play. Result is a 1st down.
Quick throw here is complete. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, 4th quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows what...
In trouble, and down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. A quick throw out wide, caught left side. Well, this one is in reverse again. They're going to lose more yardage here, and it's going to bring up 4th down. We're about ready now for the punt. Important punt here in this tie game late. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. His throw left side is complete.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback...
And now the decision has been made. The challenge flag is out. They
play
want a
is
review
under review.
of the previous play. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So a smart decision on the defensive side to use the challenge here. This winds up as an incomplete pass. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. We're about ready now for the punt, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Hill drops to throw. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Results in a 1st down.
Now give on the ground. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll stick with him again. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Open man is Douglas. It's complete. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a 1st down.
Goes without saying, this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. 4th quarter, that's a huge 1st down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession.
Back to throw. There's that man again. Another catch.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way. Every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down. Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
That's caught. It's Mitchell. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on third down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody... Exactly what position that is.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain there of 10 yards. That's enough for a 1st down.
46-yard line.
2 minutes to play in regulation. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll drop to throw. Throwing right. It's taken in. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Clutch throw here to keep their chances alive. Tie ball game as they approach midfield now. They've got to keep an eye on the clock. They've got to find a way to get this ball into field goal range.
And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Now on 2nd and long. Quick throw taken in. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a big one. This 3rd down. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Point after try forthcoming. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Defense.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate. Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect. They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
They still have all 3 timeouts, and here we go with 1st and 10. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
What about this crowd getting even louder before 3rd and 10? Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll try and get there on the ground. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. They stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
So the fans going to head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. And that's now 4